In step 2, I'm going to be cutting out the lining, sewing it together and attaching it to the bucket hat brim so that the design is able to be a reversible bucket hat. Let's remove the brim pattern as well as the brim and get started with our lining. What we'll need is our band and our tip, and we need to make sure that they are aligned. The max stretch on the denim runs along the length of the fabric, not along the width of the fabric, which is very different to how our landscaping fabric worked, which is why I never mark any of my patterns, because you need to really check each pattern to make sure how your pattern should be laid on your fabric. So right now I'm just outlining my band. Place a cross on the top of the band so that when you cut it out, you'll know your top from your bottom. Outline your tip, making sure that you get the angle correct. When it comes to hat patterns, you always put your pattern on a hard board because you're always going to be using an outline. I never use a paper pattern when I outline my patterns. Place a cross on the back of your tip and then an open star on the front of your tip, which will line up with the front of your band. Now it's time to cut out the band. Make sure, the same as with the landscaping fabric, make sure that you cut inside the line, not outside the line. You can see on my cut off piece there, I have my line, but on my band there is no line showing. Now it's time to cut out the tip. Once your tip and band are being cut out, fold your band in half and do your nips on the top, center, and top bottom of your band. Fold your tip in half, front and back do a nip, and then side to side do a nip. And now we're going to just do a quick little iron, take out all the creases. Make sure that you iron if there's any creases before you start sewing. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to sew together our lining. We want to give a 1 centimeter seam allowance for the lining. Make sure that your sides are fully aligned. We're going to secure the top of the band with the back stitch, run the stitch all the way down the band, and then we're going to secure the bottom of the band with the back stitch as well. Cut your threads, open your seam with your fingers, and then do an edge stitch on both sides of your seam. Remember, we're not doing a top stitch here, we're doing an edge stitch. And remember, when you're doing your edge stitch, it's really important that you pull your seam open so that it is flat. So remove that from the sewing machine, cut off your threads, and then you can see a lovely edge stitch. Once you've sewn the band together, now you're going to do your side nips, front, top and bottom. The top nip will be for the joining of your tip, and the bottom will be for the joining of the brim. Two right sides together with the wrong side facing outward. So you've got the back of your tip with the back of your band, but you can see here that the tip is circular, well, oval, and the band is a straight band. So what you need to do is you need to slowly angle the two together. And you'll see a lot of the different movements that I make with my hands, because sometimes you just need to maneuver the fabric accordingly. You can see my inside finger is using the stretch on the tip in order to secure it to the band. So I'm stretching the tip out a little bit, and I do that on the sides where the nip is actually being cut on the bias, on the cross. Just take note when you look at it, there's no puckering occurring. It should be a perfect fit, especially if you use your corners, the bias corners, in order to get your tip in. And now I need to edge stitch the crown. And when I edge stitch the crown, make sure that the join is going on the band side. So I'm edge stitching the crown down on the band, not on the tip side. And I'm opening my seams as I go. It looks very untidy at this point if you fail to open the seams. And it looks even more untidy if people do a top stitching at this point. So make sure that your seams are nicely opened and that your fold is being edge stitched down onto the band of the lining, not onto the tip of the lining. Notice when I work with the hats, I work a quarter to a quarter, or I work from one nip to the next nip. I don't go in a consecutive line. And I've also noticed, because I've been filming this, that my hands are always so close to the foot and to the needle. It's actually quite difficult to film. Okay, so once you've completed the top stitching of your crown, just clean off any extra threads that you may have. And now it will be time to actually try on whether your lining fits you correctly or not. And like I said, every stage of hat making, you should really be trying it on, because you'll know immediately if there's a problem. And rather than wasting your time, you can sort it out at each stage. So when it comes to the lining, when you place the lining on your head, what you want to feel is there an extra tightness to the lining more than there is to the brim, or does it feel like it has the same consistency? Now we can sew the lining to the brim. To sew the lining to the brim, first work out what your good side of your brim is, and the good side, the top side of your brim will have the soft fusing on, and just decide which side you want to be in the front and in the back. Put your lining inside out, because that's the way it would be sitting in the brim, and then attach the back of your lining to the back nip of your brim and secure with the needle. Then take your lining and just push it through the brim, so you're just dealing with the outer side of the lining and the brim. Align them, and then you're doing a 0.5 between 0.5 and 0.7 centimeter join here. I don't do a centimeter, and you can see I don't do a centimeter on my join with my nip. That's also about a 0.5, 0.7, because I find that 1 centimeter is just, it's too large. When it comes to attaching my band, however, then I do a 1 centimeter join. And when it comes to attaching the front and the back of my brim, I also do a 1 centimeter join, because those joins are very much about the size of the hat, and it's important to keep those joins at 1 centimeter. So our lining is nicely attached now to our brim, but the final process that we need to do here is we need to do an edge stitch along the lining join. And I just want to say, like, in terms of the lining, it's almost more important to do all the edge stitching on your lining as it is to do it on the landscaping crown, because the lining is the foundation of the hat. And remember, when you're doing your edge stitch, make sure that you pull your seams apart so that your edge stitch is nice and flat. So we have finished sewing the lining to the brim, and we're just going to check our stitches, make sure everything looks neat. The next stage really is just to try on the hat and make sure that the fit is perfect. So you could wear it as though it were lining, but you can also reverse this hat as though the denim were your outer crown. And in our next video, we'll be placing the crown on the bucket hat for the finished product.